Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your keeper of arcane lore for tonight's episode of Call of Cthulhu as we near the end of Viral, a modern Call of Cthulhu scenario. So, everybody, welcome back. Dasha, John, Joey, Estelle, how's it going tonight?
It's going pretty good.
Nice.
Doing all right.
Doing great.
Doing all right. Joey? Is he muted again?
Yes.
You are so
What?
muted.
No,
There
I'm
you
not
go.
muted.
No, I'm not muted.
Wait, no, I'm not.
I was pretending not to speak the whole time.
Wait, what?
You were muted for a little bit.
Who did that?
You silly goose. How's it going, Joey?
I'm just being gaslit by my cousin right now. But
he was muted, was he not? Was it? Is this audio issues again from Joey?
I didn't hear anything.
See, wasn't me.
Maybe I'm the cousin that's doing the gaslighting.
That's what
Yeah.
cousins are for.
Yes. Welcome back, everybody. So, this is. I was talking to the crew here before we went live, and I said, after preparing from last week's session for this week's session, it does feel like this is probably going to be, and it saddens me to say this, the penultimate episode, which, if you know, is one of my favorite words since I started doing the channel here. Penultimate, which means the second to last episode. It's a shame. I thought maybe it would go further, but at the same time, I don't know what else this crew is going to do. If they have any more episodes, it's going to be bad for them. So, with us kind of going now to the chapel, I think, and the mental state of all of you, I think this might be the penultimate episode. And maybe I'm wrong. I have been wrong in the past. Okay? Maybe this is going to be the episode where everybody wants to go shopping at the tavern or whatever. And, role play that out. I don't know. But, we'll see. I'm not gonna set it in stone, but it could be the second to last episode. And if it is, well, then I wish you all good luck. What are your thoughts on this? Penultimate. What are your thoughts?
I think you're gonna kill us.
Well, my first thought is that it's pronounced penultimate.
Yeah. What did I say?
Penultimate.
What's the difference?
Like a thing you write with. I don't
Penultimate
know.
episode.
I'm not saying I'm correct. I could be very wrong.
Wait, what was the difference again? I did not hear your difference.
Yeah, I did not hear that at all.
He's like, it's penultimate and penultimate.
Penultimate, or no, it's pe versus pa. It's like
pa.
Penultimate versus pen. It's the emphasis on the which syllable.
Penultimate?
No, so what I'll try to say this slowly. It's Bob is saying the penultimate, and I'm saying it's called the penultimate.
So it's
I
like
think Bob's right.
The penultimate is not correct.
you roll right
the
into the null. Is that what it
It's
is?
the penultimate.
You roll right into the null. Penul.
Where do we scoop?
Penul.
Is it P?
Penul.
Is it an open or closed syllable, Bob?
It's actually PE first syllable.
Correct.
But so it would be the schwa. It would be pa.
Penultimate.
Yeah, but it's not pen. It's pa. Exactly. You're agreeing
Penultimate.
with me.
Penultimate.
Wait. Do you guys pronounce it horror or horror?
The horror.
The horror.
If I want to pretend like I'm in the 1920s, I would say horror.
The horror.
But the pen is mightier
Horror
than the
of
sword,
Titanic.
John. Just wanted to get that.
The pen is mightier than the sword, and arguing about pronunciation is the lowest form of humor.
Yes, it is.
What do you mean the pun?
The pun. The pun ultimate. Ooh.
Ooh, I like that. Joey wins.
Joey wins.
Yes.
So, thoughts on the penultimate episode? Estelle, what about you? What are your thoughts?
I'm kind of curious to see who's gonna die first and how. And I feel like everyone's gonna die of like the cosmic horrors, but I'm just probably gonna fall off a cliff or something. Something really mundane.
So I did put a thing in. I think there was a poll in like the very first episode about which character was most likely to die. We're gonna frame it a little differently now. We're doing a poll where who dies first, and it's gonna be all four of your characters. So we're gonna add this right now. It's coming.
No, we need Todd on there as well.
I can only do 4, so
Just know I would vote for him.
Okay. It only lets me do 4, so
All right.
I don't have an option of doing more, but I'm putting Annabelle, Tony, Zach, and Margaret in here. And chat, you let us know your thoughts. But do the poll. Don't just do it in there. NPCs really don't count because they could die at a whim, you know. But okay, so you're interested to see who dies first. I've got my suspicions. I have my predictions. I won't share them until later, though. Till after somebody dies, and I can just say it's that person. That's who I thought.
It's a really hard call.
It is hard. It is hard. I have a feeling if you were to just ask me, I shouldn't say this. No. I'm not going to give my prediction. I'm not going to do it. Won't do it. Joey, what about you? What are your thoughts on the penultimate?
I think this is gonna be the 3rd episode. Actually, I think we're not. I think next episode might be the penultimate episode. I don't think it's gonna be this episode. We're gonna pull through. Bob's gonna pull some tricks.
I've been wrong in the past. That's for sure.
Yeah. We're gonna rally. We're gonna find our heroic spirit and defeat any sort of evil monsters that come our way.
All right. Well, that's optimistic. Dasha, what about you?
Gameplay wise, I can totally believe that it's the penultimate episode because I feel like there's not much farther we could go without completely going crazy, given some of the things that we've seen or have started happening. But also knowing Bob and having played on this channel now for a long time, it could be the 3rd to last or the 4th to last episode. Who even knows?
4th to last. That's the penultimate.
It's happened before.
It has happened before. We'll see. All right, and John, your thoughts other than the pronunciation?
Yeah, I'm going the complete opposite of everyone. They're thinking there's more. I think we're done tonight.
Oh, it could be a TPK.
I don't see how we get through tonight's.
Fair enough.
I don't know what word I want to use. Situation.
You're screwed.
Let's go with that.
You guys are screwed.
It does not seem great. Tony especially thinks he's dead in 5 seconds from now, constantly.
Wow. Voting is wild tonight. My goodness. It doesn't look good, Joe. Doesn't look good.
Uh-oh.
Well, we'll see.
This just means that Annabelle and Margaret are
Hey,
going to live.
second
the women
place.
are going to survive.
Yeah. Hey, second place isn't bad.
First
What's it
loser.
called?
No.
Oh, the final girl trope.
The final girl. Oh, right. One of you could be the winner. Last couple things I want to say before we start is we had an announcement last night on Curse of Strahd. I mentioned it to the crew here, but for those of you who didn't watch Curse of Strahd, well, first off, what's wrong with you? Start watching Curse of Strahd. It's awesome. We're only 22 episodes in, so it's very, very doable, very manageable at this point. 22 2.5 hour episodes, easy, fly through it. I guess you can't do it in one day, but you could do it over the course of a few days if you binge watch it. But you should watch it. Anyway, I announced in Curse of Strahd the big announcement, and I'll talk more about this in the State of the Union, which I'm trying to figure out when to do the state of the channel. Excuse me, trying to figure out when to do the State of the Channel. Probably in the week of the 17th. I just don't know when. It's probably gonna be that week though. So coming up soon. But we are going to be running Vecna Eve of Ruin, which I am so excited about. And you can see it. Oh, there's the image right there. And I've got the book in front of me. Vecna Eve of Ruin. I've been poring over this book because when it got announced many, many months ago, I think it got announced sometime in like January or the winter sometime, I had no desire to run it. I mean, I had done the Vecna, Don't Say Vecna one shot that came out. I was like, all right, I got my fill. Don't really need to do a big long form adventure. And then when the material started coming out for it, when they had promotional material, they started explaining what the adventure actually was. And for those of you who, I know some of you are here for Call of Cthulhu, but a lot of you, I think, watch the channel for multiple game systems. We've had so many 5e games, campaigns. When you think about it, the amount of characters and campaigns that we've gone through, it's actually quite a bit in the 4 years of content that we've been putting out. So I thought that this could actually be a really good way to have that crossover event that we've actually talked about for a few years now. We kind of it started once Keep on the Borderlands really took on and got picked up speed, and got a following. People wanted to see the two of them cross over in some way, Icewind Dale and Keep on the Borderlands. And, we have Avernus, we have Wild Beyond the Witchlight, we have Curse of Strahd going on right now. We had all the different Candlekeep Mysteries, Radiant Citadels, various one-shots. And I feel like we had so many cool characters. This is the opportunity to bring back those characters. So I know this crew right here, they're going to be reprising some of their characters. You can imagine who's coming back. We're going to have all the Keep on the Borderlands, the Icewind Dale crew. I mean, I don't know exactly how we're going to structure it. I've been working on that a lot over the last week or so, but more to come on this. I'm definitely going to put my heart and soul into it because I really think this adventure can be great, and I want it to be awesome because it's really going to be Tabletop Bob versus Vecna. That's the way I see it. So, are you hyped for this?
So hyped.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Scared and so happy, so excited.
And I wish I could give you more, but there's so much to this book that there's so many spoilers. If I were to just say it's like, oh man, this one cool thing happens in the book, it's going to spoil it all. So I'm not going to talk about it much more. We're going to jump into obviously viral, but that's the big announcement. And I think look forward to more coming up this summer. This is going to be, we'll start at the summer. It's a real campaign. I mean, it's not as long as like Icewind Dale or something like that, but I think it has legs to go a decent. I mean, I don't want to say a number because if I say a number, then people will be like, Bob said 20 episodes or 30 episodes. Then it's got to be that, and then people will make fun of me for penultimate, and it's not good. So we won't say put a number on it, but it's a bigger campaign. It's bigger than just a one shot or something like that. Hell, we made 8 episodes out of viral so far. So,
Hey now.
All right, so ready to play? Ready to jump into viral?
We're 8 episodes in.
This is episode 8 of viral. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know it flew.
It really
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I feel like we're still on episode like 4 or 5.
Well, think about it. We didn't even leave the town until like the end of 3, beginning of 4.
It was 3.
Yeah.
It's been 3
3?
episodes in Perla. Yeah.
It would not be a Tabletop Bob episode or any, I think, good content online for role-playing games if you didn't waste a ton of time doing something that was not at all connected to what you were supposed to do. If everyone just like hopped
Is it even
along,
an RPG?
yeah, exactly. If everyone just hopped along, let's go fight the big. That's not. Why are you watching that?
Well, you know what I will
You're
say.
watching us to see us shop for
For crosses and drugs and
Jaws.
gluten-free cappuccinos.
You did a lot of that actually. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I will say something, and chat, you let us know. I've gotten feedback. We have a nice tight knit community on Patreon as well. I do try to get the Patreon community's ears sometimes. I chat with the people, and I think the feedback is always the same. Like, people are watching because they like us, right? It doesn't really. If we don't stick to a timeline or a time frame, that's really not what they're watching for. They kind of like us. So I think that's why we resonate with some people. But maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let us know in the chat
no,
why
we
you
don't like
why
you
you
at
watch.
all.
don't tell me if you don't like us, okay? I only want to hear nice things.
Only nice things about Estelle, please.
I can
Yeah.
take the negative. Bring it on. That's how I
And-
feel in my own head every day.
John and Tony are the same person.
That's not exactly true.
Close.
It's not exactly wrong either.
You share a bond. All right. Let's jump in to the game, music, cue, and recap. Where do I begin? Last week's episode was a doozy. Well, I guess we'll start with the obvious. Right at the end of the morgue scene 2 episodes ago, your good friend Todd, the cameraman, burst onto the scene. He saw something. Somebody moving upstairs in the administrator's house. It's a little annex to the hospital. So you went over to inspect it, and you found what looked to be a missing person. Angelo Russo, someone who Tony had seen missing posters from back in Perla. Who knows how long he has been there, but he has been so dehydrated, malnourished, that he was basically like a zombie, almost like gaunt like a zombie. He tried to communicate in Italian, basically wanted you to kill him. and after a long struggle, you did. However, some damage was sustained. The floorboards were what was the word they used for it? Swollen?
Oh, swollen.
Swollen, I think that's right.
There was clearly a leak from the roof, and the floorboards on the second floor were swollen. You know, the swollen wood. And Zach fell through a hole, as well as Maggie, our NPC, following us around, the superfan, and sustained some damage. She actually was hurt much more because the entirety of the floor eventually fell after the combat. And then Zach, you suffered some minor injuries. Todd got some of the drugs, did some heroin, and he's been on a high ever since. And the rest of you traveled back into the hospital. After you got back to the hospital, you decided to listen to the stream, listen to the chat, and go to the mass graves, which are on the southern side of the hospital. And it's at this point where Tony had another vision, and he had another bout of insanity where he started to go violent. His insanity was violence, and he took it out on the skeletal remains. So he's out there in the rain and the not the rain, excuse me. He's out there in the dirt and the slop, destroying skeletons. Meanwhile, everybody else is watching on in horror as they wait to go to the crypt.
Ever says
The horror. And I think at this point, Estelle, you did post in Discord. You got it in.
Yes.
You got it in right under the wire.
Yeah.
So what was? Could you give us the gist of your text?
Just texting Hunter, making good business connection there. Just making sure everything's going to be nicely set up for when they get out of Italy and back home. Gotta keep the main actor happy, and that's not really Zach anymore.
So to try to heal, or at least not heal, just to keep Annabelle kind of like on board, keep her sane, have Hunter maybe keep Zach's affair on the down low.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, we'll see what happens tonight as the game progresses, but I just want to say one last thing to you all. Good luck. Margaret, speaking of luck, roll your luck roll, the D6.
Heck yeah.
It's just the extra bonus for doing the write-up.
We're going to need all the luck we can get.
Yep.
Hey!
Hey! It brings me up to a nice and pretty 77.
77.
Oh,
and Margaret
Oh,
rolled a
sorry.
6.
73. I'm mixing up my numbers.
73.
73.
Margaret rolled a 6, which brought her 73. And nobody else did a write-up. But if you survive this adventure tonight, we will have one more improvement, which will be a luck roll next session. So, you're watching. You're standing at the entryway to the sort of like the field from the hospital. And you see Tony just, what was it? Pile driving? You're pile driving the skeletons? Tombstone pile drive?
Yeah.
So,
I think
Tony,
that's about right.
your bout of madness is going to last for, it was like D10 rounds, but, we'll just ride it out. As soon as you feel compelled to come back inside, you can.
I feel like I've run out of skeletons.
There were like hundreds of flags, Tony. I don't know if there'd be time. Your bout of madness would definitely end.
Okay, so
But
I
you
ended.
could rack up a dozen or so.
Roll
Let's
for
do
it.
it.
Roll for it. Give me a D20 to see how many
How many
skeletons you dug up. 15.
Oh,
Jesus.
You're busy.
Feeling motivated.
Damn,
Let's.
Tony.
Can we say I'm feeling swollen?
Swole.
Feeling swole.
Swole? Is that? I'm sorry, I don't know these
Feeling
lingo.
swollen, something else.
I tried. But I'm glad I was wrong.
He's swole.
Oh,
Yeah, so the mass graves,
Add
obviously.
necrophilia to.
To be fair, though,
Excuse you. That is not at all what we're talking about.
necromancy.
No,
maybe.
we're not talking about boning right now, okay?
Curb yourself. There's lots of bones, but not
We're
that
talking about
one.
bones, not bone in.
And we're demonetized.
So, to be fair, the undead are actually extremely fragile. These are like, they're dug in shallow graves, so it's like they've had a lot of wear and tear over the years. They
They're
break
undead
apart.
or
Sorry, did I say undead? These dead.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It's like, wait, what?
No, they're not.
Too
sorry.
much D&D.
Too much D&D.
We enter
Just skeleton.
Barovia.
Well, you know what? Even if they are undead, they break apart with a single like strike. Basically, you grab like their rib cage, you rip it all out. So they're very fragile. So as soon as you hit one, you kill it. So or destroy it. So maybe that makes more sense why it was 15 skeletons that you dug up. But yeah, and just to really one last thing, I guess, for a recap, what you saw that drove you to this madness was the sound of gagged screaming. You don't know the time period, but it definitely could have been ancient times. You found a woman who was bound, and she was weeping, begging to be spared, and her body sailed into a pit, which was where you were located at that moment many years ago. When she got tossed into the pit, you heard a loud crack and a groan of pain, and then silence. And then the shadows that were standing around the pit began to chant something in Latin while scattering a white, powdery substance below. And that's what drove you to madness. And as soon as you come out of this fit of violence, you look up and you can see your crewmates standing by, horrified. You can rejoin the group. Maggie says, "Are we headed to the chapel now?"
The chapel. Why do we want to go to the chapel? Did you guys not hear that? What?
What are you
Okay.
talking about?
Okay, everyone, here's the situation. So the police are going after the ships right now over in town.
I forgot
But
about that.
Nunzio will come to us. But apparently Nunzio is a bit of a bastard, and he wants us to grab something from inside the crypt to give to him so we can get off this island.
What is it?
Wait, so he's not gonna come unless we do that?
Yes. And considering
Excuse
we
me?
keep streaming live, he's going to know whether or not we've been down there.
What an asshole! Oh my god.
Yes.
What did you say this guy
But,
wants? You want me to kill him? I mean, do you want me to take care of him? Is he blackmailing us? I don't take blackmail lightly.
I think he is.
I
He promised to pick us up, and he's not gonna honor that.
His
we live right
words.
no,
His
no,
words.
no, no. I don't. We didn't want to get demonetized.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're not live right now. His words echo through your mind, Margaret.
Okay.
If you don't get the treasure, then perhaps you will be here forever.
How about
yeah.
we go check out what those teenagers are doing,
No,
how they
but
got to the island, and let's get the hell out of here.
I don't think the police were cracking down on all the ships over there. We've been found out. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
I think
think there's no teenagers.
I'd be surprised. I mean, I would love to check it out though first
We should. I think we should just at the very
And
least check it out.
to keep all our options open.
What
Because if
time
there's
is
a way
it?
to screw over Nunzio, that'd be great.
Also-
Time is. Oh,
Say it again.
How far away could? Yeah, how far of a swim? Could it
It's
be?
far away right now. I can show you the island map. Let me bring up that. Let me.
I mean, it's in the middle of the night. I wouldn't recommend swimming in open water in the middle of the night.
And in the
You-
Pacific Ocean.
You're
Yeah,
dead.
of course, the Pacific.
Why do you think we're in the Pacific Ocean? That sounds like Zach talking. Joey's better than that.
No, that
right?
is exactly.
Okay, good. I was like, wait. I had to, sorry.
This is the Mediterranean.
I was like- Joey?
or as the Europeans say, the Mediterranean.
I was like, Zach, very nice. You know we're not in the Atlantic. I'm proud of you. You're right, it's not the Indian Ocean. Very nice.
Didn't you say the
So-
Egyptians built here? Like,
No.
earlier in the stream?
Rome. Ancient times. Not Egypt. Ancient times.
Rome's in-
No, I think Zach was like on the stream, be like the ancient
Oh.
Egyptians were here or something.
Oh, he might have. He
I,
might have.
th-
Because
I
we
think
found
that's
a mummy.
definitely right.
So you're here at the hospital, and the cove you'd have to go back over the Weeping Bridge to the cove. It would take you.
Oh.
It would take you some significant time. You would definitely miss the midnight Ouija board.
All right, and like, I'm fairly certain the teenagers aren't even there. Look, if we find this treasure thing for Nunzio, It take less time to go in through the chapel than it would to check out the cove for the teens anyways.
You can't not do the Ouija board. Everybody's looking forward to that.
It was in the intro.
It was, and
We'll be doing it in the crypt. We will be in that area. We will be doing it anyways.
No,
Oh,
I mean,
perfect.
there's some serious stuff going on here. I think we should.
Yeah, we're stranded.
We should do this. We're not stranded.
We're literally stranded.
The police will come in the morning. I mean, we can all get arrested and get out of here as soon as light comes up, and that might
getting
be.
arrested.
I cannot get arrested, Tony. I cannot. Do you know what that's going
Do
to
you
do to my
wanna-
career?
I can get arrested.
Do you want to live or do you want to die? Because I see the options as we live or we die, and
If-
those are
if
the
her
only two
career
things I
is-
care about.
Look, her career cannot die here, okay?
plenty of.
I'm sorry. Have you guys ever lived ever in the entire world in the last 1,000 years? Getting arrested makes your career.
Yeah,
Look,
plenty of people
Tony,
get arrested.
It's
Tony,
like rat cred.
Tony, I
Back then.
honestly do not care what your opinion is on this because you kept waving that gun at us and you just destroyed a bunch of bones over there. Okay? I don't give a shit about your opinion here, okay? We're going to go over to the chapel, to the crypt, get whatever that fucking treasure is, do the damn Ouija board, so that way it makes Maya and Nunzio happy and we can get off this fucking island.
Oh, you said Ouija board? All I wanted to do was do the Ouija board. Let's go. And I start walking in the direction of the chapel.
All right.
Um,
There we go.
Zach is like astonished.
Yeah.
Like, damn, Margaret. Like, calm down.
She's going into girl
Is
boss
here.
mode. Girl boss mode. All
Zach
right.
is intimidated by Margaret.
Hell yeah. All right, so then the chapel it is. We go to the chapel. You travel through the hallways, and like I said, everything here looks like it was just lost in time. Like it's, everybody just got up and left at a certain point 50 years ago or so, 60 years ago, and just left the hospital the way it was. That's not what I want. Sorry. That's what I want. So you head to... Here it is.
We were in the dormitory, weren't we?
So you weren't. You were at the mass graves, but you're going to head towards the dormitories because on the map it says that that's where the chapel should have been. And, even from a cursory glance as you came into the hospital, even though it was beyond the fence, you saw there was a structure there. So you feel like that's the place. So you head to the dormitories. When you get there, I'll tell you what you see.
All right, we gotta play along that the stream is still normal, okay, guys? So we're gonna go live, going through the halls here. Maybe take a poke at the dormitory. If there's another person there, Tony, for the love of fucking God, do not kill them. Or at least warn me that there's a person there, so we could just kill the stream, and then you could do whatever. I don't really care. I just don't need the extra stress right now. Okay?
All right, thanks, Marge. I appreciate the opportunity to kill people. Thanks.
It's Margaret.
That was sarcasm, by the way. How dare you?
So you head to...
Okay, yeah, I really value your opinion of me right now. Let's continue on.
As you walk with a tension you could cut with a knife, you see a staff dormitory. There's 8 private rooms and a common area with several tables and chairs. There are tall windows that look out over the grounds and the sea beyond. Unlike other areas in the hospital, these rooms show significant signs of damage. Also, signs of gunfire, and maybe even explosives. The floor is littered with shell casings, and sections of the wall are charred and blackened as if exposed to intense heat.
Can I try to see about when that was done? Does it seem recent or a very long time ago?
You can. I wonder what role this would be, though.
Is it
Let's-
spot hidden? That seems weird.
No, that would be to
Investigate-
notice it, which you already notice.
Oh, side note, I'm going to be like, I want the stream on live as we're going through the dorms.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Archaeology. We had this problem last time. There's just not like an investigate skill that like jumps out as D&D would.
It might be...
Track.
No, I don't think so. It might be natural world. That was a weird one. I'm gonna look into it. Why don't you roll and see what you get anyway? Just roll
D100.
a D100, yeah. And Chad, if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I don't know what this would be. And I don't
Not
think it would
bad.
be easy to tell.
It's not a bad roll. 25.
Well,
I don't hate natural world. That's not terrible, but it's not natural.
Would it be like something occult? No.
I don't think it would be a cult, no. Yeah, I guess a natural world is like observations of farmers, fishermen, amateur hobbyists. If it was relating to the fields of like botany, biology, zoology, it's more like just science without like going to school for it, you know? It's like having an idea of that.
I like what Wayne said. Make one up based on a previous stat.
I'm going to say we're just going to do an idea roll. So what's your intelligence?
50.
Okay, so it's going to be a hard success then. You would suggest that the you have tear gas canisters, shell casings, and they all seem like they're of the era of like just post World War II.
Mm.
So probably decades and decades have passed.
I'll relay that to the group.
Okay, Annabelle, react.
Wasn't World War II like 100 years ago?
Not that far. You're close.
If we were 20 years in the future, but yeah.
It's like the same thing.
Okay, that was crazy.
Annabelle, Todd points to you.
You said there's like shell casings lying on the ground and around.
Mhm.
She will kneel down and scoop some up in her hands and start examining them, and based on what she's just heard, we'll say these bullet casings, they seem like they're from the 1940s maybe. I'm feeling that 1940s, maybe World War II, and these were shot by and she's just like coming up with random.
Can Zach jump in?
Yeah.
Of course he can.
Zach jumps in, not knowing jack shit about anything, is like, these are clearly from Nazi like MP4 G30. So he just starts throwing letters
Now,
and numbers together.
Zach, let me concentrate. She's trying to shut him up. I think I can sense maybe who shot these bullets. This one, I'm sensing it was a young man who shot this bullet. He was in his late teens, early 20s maybe, and she scans her brain for any Italian names that may come to mind.
Mario.
A young man named Mario.
And his brother.
Mario. I shoot
A young man named Mario. I sense that he came here out of desperation. He was trying to defend this island, and he was shooting these bullets.
Mm-hmm.
And he felt so desperate because he had lost. Yes, that's right. He had a brother, and the brother's name
Was Luigi.
was Luigi. Josh is laughing. Annabelle's not laughing. Annabelle knows nothing about World War II. Annabelle is not educated like that. She did not pay attention in history class. All she knows is Hunter plays a stupid amount of Mario. And she's spinning this story about these brothers, Mario and Luigi, that like got separated, and then Mario found out Luigi got killed, and so he like went on like a last stand to defend this room, this island, and this was his bullet that he shot, and he died a horrible, painful death. And I feel his spirit still may be here. We may be in his presence.
I mean, yeah, that sounds a lot like history. There was the one that always fought the Koopa Troopers. Those troopers was bad guys.
Wait, is Hitler Bowser in this metaphor? And-
Yes.
and I think
I don't think it's a metaphor.
Oh,
Oh boy.
the
While
poor-
this is happening, can I just take a quick poke at like the rooms that are around us?
yes.
Just make sure
Yes.
there's not like, I don't know, extra people hidden in there or something.
Yeah, because I can't. I didn't want to see this analogy go to the Holocaust, so we're gonna move on to this.
Just some light humor.
So some light Mario humor. You go to the left, let's just say the first door on the left, and you see it opens up into what looks like a prayer room. You know, this wouldn't be uncommon for a hospital to have, and you can see the prayer room actually is on the left hand side here. So you can see it's this little section right there, and on the map you have, it looks like it ends. Like that's the prayer room, and then it ends there. But that's not the case. In fact, when you go into there and you see it, it opens up into what looks like a much larger room. Like it's a massive chamber that would be. There's pews in it, things like that, and what looks like some sort of a altar. Shrine towards the north end.
Does it look Catholic? Am I familiar with this?
No, it does not.
Yikes.
Can I check out the altar and make sure there aren't any like sharp objects?
Sure.
We're gonna walk in. I mean, Tony's like freaked out. We found the chapel, but it doesn't look like a real chapel.
Well, do
Wait,
I
does
think
it look Roman?
do I think there are people in there?
There's like an altar. It doesn't look necessarily Roman. Just doesn't look. It almost looks like just like a podium. Behind it, you can see a cross on the wall. It looks like a. Well, yeah, maybe not as big as the one at the church in Perla, but it's a big cross. Maybe I don't know, 2.5 feet in height.
Yeah, I'll just go in. Fuck it. Like Margaret just assumes Nunzio has been fucking with him this entire time now.
Sure.
So
It's a much larger prayer room than what looks like. If you look at the thing, it looks almost like big as like a dormitory room almost. But it's much bigger than that, and it would extend. Let me actually draw it on the map for you. So instead of it being like just this square, it actually elongates like this.
Like a boot?
Like
so
a
our
boot.
map is inaccurate?
Your map is inaccurate.
Well, we're looking for the chapel somewhere.
And this kind of just like a pathway that leads into the big prayer room.
I go in.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah, I'm
just-
gonna walk in.
Yeah.
I'll follow behind the group.
You explore the space. It's a very barren room. Like there's not much in here, other than, like I said, a few pews, the podium or altar, and then a crucifix on the wall.
Wait, should we do the Ouija board in here?
No, we have to do that in the crypt.
But this is pretty cool, no? Like
No, this is what got advertised in the crypt.
It does look like a dead end, Maggie says.
Hmm.
Check the chat
Well-
as well. Chat is open. Chat, real YouTube chat.
There's always another way. Tony starts looking at
talking
the
about the Roman
altar.
Empire.
Tony's like pulling on like chandelier stuff, like every candelabra. Like, where's the secret passageway?
Here,
Well-
Todd, film him pulling everything. See if you can catch anything moving.
Todd's got it. He's got the camera going. He's filming, taking pictures as well for the Instagram.
How is Maggie doing? Because didn't Maggie like break some ribs?
Oh yeah, she's just like it has internal bleeding.
She's walking slow, but she's keeping up. She's not gonna let you.
Maggie,
Leave her behind.
are you okay?
She's still alive.
Yeah, I can only breathe like a shallow breath, but I'm.
No, I meant
other than that.
like mentally.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm with you guys, so why would I
Yeah,
be
no,
upset?
that's why I'm asking.
She's like, I love you guys. You're my heroes. You know, people tell me all the time, don't meet your heroes. Well, they couldn't be more wrong.
Maggie, do you live in reality? Like we're terrible people. Like we're awful human beings.
Oh, Zach, you're so funny when the cameras are on.
Like I'm serious. I
Jay Tyler
with my
in the
coworkers.
Jay Tyler in the chat, Joey, says, Zach, steal the cross. No one's here to stop you.
Oh, that's actually a good point. I get distracted. I steal it.
Yes, this is live. WWJ is say, Zach, is this live? You're live right now, so everything you've been saying. Maggie's off camera, but it's audible. Wow, in real life, thank you to Itsy Bitsy Spider for 10 gifted memberships. Appreciate the support, man.
Woo.
Thank you.
This
Sweet.
spectral crew appreciates it.
The real life spectral curse.
Yeah. So, Zach, you see her this super chat from, I guess it would be Margaret's iPad or whatever. Or maybe
Yeah.
Maggie's on her phone and has her chat going on. She got the Wi-Fi from you somehow. She got it from Todd.
Give her the password.
Todd did. He said it out loud to her. He whispered it, though. He whispered it.
Wait, what's whispered to me?
No, Todd whispered the Wi-Fi password to Maggie.
Oh, I go up and I steal this crucifix.
Yeah, you go up and you realize, Joey, you try to grab it, and Zach's having a hard time. I mean, you're fit. I mean, you go to the gym, you're swole. You grab it. It's really attached to the wall. Like it's not just hanging on a nail.
I use like a leg to give me some leverage in yanking this thing off.
And kind of like how when Luke Skywalker tries to clean R2-D2 and all of a sudden the Princess Leia projection comes up, he like falls backwards. You tumble backwards as the cross rotates and clicks as it does so in audible fashion. A door opens in the back wall.
Are you guys seeing this? And I'm looking at the camera and stuff.
What in the
Tony?
Scooby-Doo?
Tony, extremely freaked out by this, does that like rolly thing a cop does in a movie for no reason, and then like pulls out his gun and like. But like, absolutely far too late. Like after Zach already said, "Does everyone see this?" Like, not at all in good time.
Wow, Zach, good job on finding that. You should totally go down there and explore. This must lead to the crypt.
What Scooby-Doo nonsense? Like, are we in right now?
Zach, I think that's a good idea. You should go down there and investigate, and then I can.
You want me to die. You want me. I see it in your eyes. You just want me to die.
Zach, we are rolling right now, and
Come on, this is the stream. 1 million.
Zach,
All right,
there's
fine.
no one that could be down there because it's been locked. As we just saw, no one would know. You just accidentally found that crucifix, and you
Yep.
did the thing.
And Tony's right here
Yeah,
with
no
you.
one
Exactly.
would know
There's no one
where
down
to
there.
find my body either.
We are live
No,
on the internet,
We
Zach.
are live. 4chan will find us.
Hey Zach, you ain't gonna die. You ain't gonna die down here without me. So let's go. Come on.
Zach, do you have your
All right,
infrared
I go
goggles
and
on?
I look to the camera and I'm like, come on, let's go explore this hole in the wall.
Are you turning on your
Spectral
infrared,
crew.
Joey? It's cold. It's cold. Jeez, it's
Nah.
it's dark. It's dark,
It's-
completely dark.
That's a different
Dark.
thing, Bob.
It's dark. Are you turning on
Is
your
it
night
also
vision?
cold?
It's not all related.
Are you sure? I can't think. I can't think anymore.
I want one of those temperature things that the ghost hunters use. I have one in my bag. I'm gonna take out the EM temperature reader or whatever it's called.
Yep, sure. You turn on the temperature reader, and
Do I have a
it is
flashlight?
cooler. You get a sense of like a chill coming from the air.
Is there a flashlight? Or, I don't
Yeah,
think
you
I have
have,
it
yeah, you have a flashlight. You also have glow
Annabelle will
rods.
take this opportunity, feeling like that cold air. She'll take out a crystal out of her bag and like clutch it close to her chest and like take a few deep breaths and then turn towards the camera. If you ever find yourself in a moment of need, a moment where you feel scared, Annabelle's crystals can help you. And she just starts plugging her crystal business. She's Todd puts like whoever's doing the social media puts the link in the chat, and she'll she's like showing it off, and then she holds it close again, and she'll like walk towards the open entrance.
You get a text message coming in. Bing.
Wait,
What does it say?
who got-
It's Hunter. You can see the message, the prompt. You see it.
I'll go off camera to read this.
You don't have to. It's short enough that it comes up in the notification.
Oh, okay.
It just says "miss you."
Oh.
With a letter.
Oh, Annabelle, you can tell she had her little facade on, and the facade kind of drops for a second, where she's like, "Does he actually miss me?"
And it's spelled MISSU.
She reads that, and she feels a little bit, a little emotional. And then she looks over and sees Zach, and thinks about what happened between Zach and Hunter, and gets really frustrated again, and just puts the phone away.
Wait, who is that? Zach says.
None of your business, Zach. Go in the door.
I'm just saying, if he's trying,
Zach, we gotta do.
You're alive.
plans
You're alive.
here.
You go. You turn on your flashlight or your night vision goggles, whatever you'd like to do, and you.
I just
You
want to
take-
say real quick,
Yeah, go ahead.
if he's trying to make things work out, I just want to say, he's talked so much shit about me when we were together,
Wow.
and I start walking in.
Did you see the text? You saw who it was?
I
did
didn't
not.
see it. I'm just
Okay.
sort of.
He's just
guessing.
saying if it was him.
Ah.
Inside, as soon as you step through the secret door, you see some sort of a shrine. I'm going to show you artwork of it right now. But if it honors some sort of god, you have no idea what it is. Human skulls cover the walls and the ceilings of this roughly square room. In the middle is a waist-high stone basin, crusted with long, dried blood. Just to the right of the door, you can see the mummified remains of what appears to have been some sort of a monk, judging by the rotted brown cassock clinging to the desiccated flesh. Under his left arm clutched a leather-bound book, and next to his right hand is I don't know how to, a Bodeo, 1889 Bodeo revolver. There is a clean hole in his temple, even to someone with no forensic background. It looks to be self-inflicted. What do you do?
I walk away.
Todd,
Annabelle will take a few steps back and run into the wall behind her.
you guys run into Todd because Todd was literally at the doorway following you in.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I
Todd
bump
motions
right-
you, pushes you back in.
No. Do you see what's back? Do you see what's back there?
The camera
Tony, you need
picks it
to
up.
see this.
There
Tony, come
are
here, please.
I was-
Oh,
I'm right. Tony's been right there the whole time. So I
Okay.
walk in. First thing I do is pick up the gun and see if it's loaded.
It has 5 undischarged shells in the cylinder.
All right, I'm gonna empty them and then reload them.
Okay. You empty them, reload them. Sure. They look like they are live ammunition.
They look clean. They don't look dirty.
They look
Perfect.
super dirty. Everything's this whole gun is super dirty. It's filthy.
Like a kid who just wants to open up a present. I pester Tony. I'm like, can I have the gun? I want the gun.
Tony, did he do that to himself?
Hey, Zach, there's a 50% chance this gun shoots backwards into your own face while you're aiming. So no, you can't have it.
Perfect.
Uh,
Better than being here right now.
Annabelle, that definitely looks like it was self-inflicted, poor soul. And I start looking around the room, trying to maybe see if I see another secret door or anything else we're missing?
Yeah, so actually what you see is to the right, there is a passageway, and it looks like it leads to some sort of stairwell down.
I mean, the skulls that are there, like if those skulls, they're a lot older than, I mean, his body is what level of decay, and versus those skulls that
It
are
looks
there?
mummified, so it's kind of hard to tell. It's been preserved pretty well. But it is, let's see, the skulls. I don't think it was actual skulls. It was the basin had skull design.
Oh, I thought it was real human skulls. All
I'm
right.
going to read it one more time. Human skulls cover the walls and ceiling of this roughly... Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Never mind.
Annabelle's
Which
going to
is-
start frantically looking around, realizing, like, this man put a bullet in his own head. Maybe he got stuck down here. Maybe if the store closes, we'll get stuck down here. So she's going to turn around frantically and be like, Todd, do not let that door close behind us, okay? We have to get out of here. Do not, like, prop something, use something to prop it open. Do not let it close.
Todd will take the podium that's in the prayer room and place it in between.
I leave the room. I don't want to be in.
Sure. So the two lead actors are not in the room, and everybody else is in the room.
I'm in the room. I just, like, needed that door to be
Oh.
propped open. As long as there's something propping it open, I will stay in there.
I'll actually stay in between, like, the door and, like,
Sure.
the hall. Like, I want to make sure this door stays open as well.
Margaret,
So
what
I
about
guess,
you? Sorry, Tony, hold on. Margaret, you?
yeah.
You didn't go yet.
I'm trying to think where I would put myself in this situation, because I don't really trust Zach to be able to keep the door open, but I don't know where Tony is going to stand.
Tony is in the... Everybody's in the room except for Zach. The podium and Annabelle are at the door frame, and Todd, you, and Tony are in... And Maggie are inside the chamber now.
Are there any other exits from the
There's
room?
just the stairwell to the north and the northeast that goes down.
Well, this definitely isn't the crypt, so I'm just gonna go to the doorway.
The doorway where you found the secret room,
Wait.
Yeah.
or the doorway down to the stairwell that goes down.
Wait, is it right? Downstairs is where all the skulls are.
So right now you're in the secret room that was attached to the prayer room. That's on the same level. There are stairs though that descend to the northeast.
Oh, so that would probably lead us to the chapel then.
Potentially.
I still really want to explore, but I don't know how Margaret would.
Margaret, there are skulls.
Yeah.
On the walls.
Yeah, they also like do that in Paris too. So
It's
whatever.
very, very normal.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, like, there's no way, like, they're gonna, like, our audience is gonna know, like, this isn't the crypt, right? Because, like, there's...
You're alive right
Yeah.
now. So
We need.
I hush my voice. I'm like, oh,
All right.
Or you could just say, hey, this is definitely the crypt. Look, there's skulls on the wall. This is the crypt.
No, did you?
I'm pretty sure the crypt has got to be that way, Maggie says, and she points to the stairway.
Todd, point the camera at Annabelle. Okay, you two knuckleheads. We just went over this like 10 minutes ago, where we need to get Nunzio's treasure to get off this island.
And it's
I
in the
know you
crypt.
don't want to go to the crypt. I know you don't want to go there, but that's where we have to go to get what we need.
No,
Okay.
I want to go to the crypt. You don't think the crypt is down those stairs? The crypt is
It
definitely
might
down.
be,
So let's go.
but I
There's
thought the crypt was
stairs.
attached to the chapel.
We don't know where the chapel is.
Yep,
Yeah.
you don't
Nobody
know.
knows where the chapel is.
While this is happening and the camera is on Annabelle, she will go and very hesitantly try to, like, get the book out of the monk's hands.
Oh,
Hmm.
She's trying to not to touch it too much, so she's like grabs it, and yeah, she might even, like, grab the shawl and, like, try to wrap it in it, so she doesn't have to touch the mummified body or the book.
We just see Annabelle going.
Since you have so many shawls, you just throw it away.
Are you going to Peregrine Took this situation? And you're going to grab the book and it's going to fall
Maybe.
down the stairs and get all of the goblins to come?
Yep,
Like,
we'll see.
So, you grab the book. This book is. I have to show you a couple of pictures actually. Let me do that first. So first off, this is what you see. This is the room you're in.
Ooh,
Okay.
Okay.
Standard fare, I would say.
Very, like Estelle said, very Parisian.
And this, I'll tell you, the book is. It's about the size of a large Bible, but instead of a cross or some sort of like iconography on the front, you can see a peculiar symbol fashioned out of silver that looks like a series of twisted knots bent into the shape of a fly. You can see like it's like wings and like eyes, and that's what it looks like. You hold it. What do you want to do?
Is there any title on the spine of the book or the front?
There is no title on the book.
Okay, I'll go ahead and open it, knowing the camera is on me.
I need you to give me a sanity check.
Ooh, okay.
I had a feeling.
Dasha, you're going to get a tally. I think that brings you to 2?
Yep. All right.
This is what it's like to be the protagonist.
Yep. Success. That was a 30 under 59.
Okay, you do not receive any sanity, but you still get a tally mark.
Okay, great. 2 tally marks now.
And when you open the book, you can almost feel like an overwhelming sense of dread, as filled with like also like nausea, a twinge of nausea. It's written in Latin, although you may not even know that. It's illustrated throughout the book with graphic and disturbing images that depict things being done to human bodies, including children and infants. Flipping through the book, you notice that, well, no, I guess you wouldn't get that by flipping through the book. You flip through the book, and that's what you see. It's pretty awful.
Okay.
Give me
Do
a
I
spot hidden
feel-
check. Spot hidden check.
Spot hidden check. And then do I feel the nausea myself? Like I feel nauseous?
Yeah.
Okay. I failed.
You failed.
I failed,
Okay.
and I will, like, try to contain the nausea. Maybe flip through a few pages and show the camera,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of narrate, even though I do not speak or read Latin, but kind of saying like,
Yeah, I figured.
oh, terrible things must have happened here. This hospital is truly, truly cursed. I cannot even look at some of these images. This is disgusting. And then she'll look around, and I don't know if anyone in the group speaks or reads Latin.
No, but I don't believe so.
Okay.
I have some success.
You have Latin?
I in terms of like foreign languages, I think I do actually know.
You took Latin? Your character took Latin?
He went to a prep school,
I did go to
like a fancy private school, probably.
Did you
you
feel
ask-
like the only thing he got from college was how to read Latin?
He's
Yeah,
obsessed with the Roman Empire.
Yeah, exactly. Obsessed with the Roman Empire.
Yeah, I mean, I have a 78 in language.
Yeah, but that's your own language. That's English.
Oh my God.
It's not even 100. It's 78.
Because my
You suck at English.
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, 78's more than you need. I think to be like a native-born speaker, you need like a 50% or something like that, or 60%.
okay.
So you are more than equipped to read English, but not Latin. Basically, what you would do is, where there's like those blank ones, you would put in a new language. See where it says language other, and so you'd pick a language and put percentages into it, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And even though you like the Roman Empire, you don't know Latin. I'll be honest with you, Joey.
Empire every day.
It's better. Yeah, you may think of it every day. I'll tell you right now, it's better that you don't read this book. It's better that you don't.
Either
Anyway,
way.
If Annabelle, hypothetically, because she knows, like, before when we heard Italian, we don't speak Italian, but someone in the audience translated for us. Could she hold up a page to
Sure.
the camera and be like, so
Ooh.
you guys, obviously none of us
Oh,
None of us-
oh.
understand what's going on here, and unfortunately, we do not speak this language. But like, can anybody like tell us what this says here? And she'll just flip to a random page, any page.
And a
That's text
million
on it.
people die.
It's like,
Wait,
can someone tell me the meaning of this video? And it's like the cursed video that killed everyone in a week or something.
Wait,
Just
like,
said that to everyone.
It's The Ring.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't they make a sequel like where like somebody uploads the video online?
Yes.
Yeah. So here's what happens.
20 years ago, but yeah.
Here's what happens.
Oh,
You
God.
hold it up, and all of a sudden, Estelle, you notice, Margaret notices, the stream goes to its cut screen.
What?
Yep.
Like the in-between screen we use?
Like,
Yep.
do it right now, Bob.
Maya texts you, and she says, "You can't show that book. We'll get shut down, demonetized. You see the images? I saw them from a distance. They were blurry. If you put that up close, there's pictures of kids being mutilated."
I go over and I look at the book in Annabelle's hands.
Yeah, and there's every page is filled with graphic images of like
Can we-
dissections.
Annabelle,
and
you know better
yeah.
than this.
I'm just trying to get a read on what it says here. Like maybe this is important to finding out where the crypt is.
What
Okay,
if we just cover
hold
up the pictures? Like
You
we
could.
just show-
Maggie, can you just write down the Latin thing and put it into the chat and just ask people?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, Maggie.
Yeah.
Maggie will do it. She's like on it, boss.
Okay, okay.
Maggie's trying to get an internship.
Yeah. Why is there one open?
No.
Is there a position open?
No.
Is there a position open?
No.
You said no.
There is not.
All right.
I thought she was gonna ask.
No. Is there a position open? Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, you can see one. I'll text you. Do you want me to text you the Latin first?
Yeah, text it to me, and I'm looking at the chat through another account of mine right now, so I could literally just put it in there directly.
There's the Latin.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna put this into the chat now. Okay, hold on.
I don't need to know a lot of Latin to see that that's not good.
And
Yep.
there's the
English helps me understand how bad some of that is.
Mhm.
Ultima Unum reveals the translation in the chat for everybody with a super chat of $500.
Hey. Who would have thought with a name like Ultimum Una you read Latin?
Do you want to read it, Estelle?
Hold up, I'm putting
Margaret?
this down in the actual chat too. Oh, it's way too much. No. Okay. All right, I'll read out the translation then. Okay. And lo did blessed Hastalik, bringer of fever, fly emperor, the grand corruption, savior of the remains, sickness emboldened, rise from his nest and curse the unbelievers with his sickness, which did befoul water, turning it salted, and cause poultry to lay eggs, thrice twisted and stillborn. Huh, I don't know they were into heavy metal here.
So,
Hey, wait, it says morbus in the Latin, but not in the English. What does that mean?
interesting.
Interessante.
Oh, that's a really good count.
Sickness?
Mag-
Just based on the order. Sickness?
Is it because it says
Savior of the remains, Salvator Reliquarium.
Well, that would be the right, yeah, and then
Savior of the remains, sickness.
sickness emboldened, yeah.
So morbus could mean sickness emboldened.
That checks out from what Tony saw in the hospital.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Annabelle will hand the book off to Margaret.
Yeah,
I'm not
I just-
touching this anymore. This is some negative energy.
Yeah, I flipped through it. Do I see anything of like actual interest or?
Give me a
anything
sanity
that-
check, and you take one
Yes.
I
Yes.
flipped through it.
Okay.
You take one.
Where do I even put down the check here? I guess I'll just put on post-it note.
Join us.
Alright,
Tony
well,
has 4 or 5, John.
I think it's a full 5 now.
Okay.
Since last time.
All right.
Joey, you have 2
that.
or 2 or 3?
I have 2.
Oh, here it is.
Wait, let me check.
Yeah, I succeeded.
No.
Oh, I have 3.
That's what I thought. It'd be good if I wrote these down and kept the post-it note from session to session.
Yeah, I have 4 tallies.
4 tallies. Okay. So right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Margaret, Annabelle, Zach, Tony. You're gonna win, Tony.
Yeah.
You get all the talent.
So, Margaret, you flip through it as well. Sanity check, which is a
A success.
success. You don't take any sanity damage, but you do gain 1 tally.
Nice.
And again, it kind of gives you this nauseating feeling as you flip through, seeing these morbid images. You close the book up.
I
Todd,
pull out a Tums. I pop that.
little Tums. Todd opens up his backpack if you want to throw it in there.
Yeah, sure, why not? Wait, no, this is a... Well... Yeah, we could say it's a prop. We found.
Yeah, he'll take it. He'll put it in the backpack, put it on his shoulder, and then gets ready to go down the steps. So the steps are only it's a short stairwell, and it leads into a narrow corridor, which follows for about maybe 30, 40 feet. It's dark, but not too bad because all you have light sources or night vision. But eventually, it opens up into what looks like a large chapel. You can see inside this chapel is little more than a hollowed out ruin, though looks stable. Anything that was going to collapse in here did so long, long ago. The old stone apse is surprisingly intact, with more or less a solid dome overhead, a dark pile at the top of the steps, presumably a wooden altar at some point, but over the centuries has decomposed to little more than an overgrown mound of peculiar vines and vegetated leaves of dusty olive and purple, so dark that it's almost black. To either side of the mound, steps curve down toward each other. The right-hand stairs are partially blocked by debris, but the left-hand stairs are clear, apart from the vines that hang overhead, like a curtain almost. So you can see this big chapel, domed roof, and like I said, there are 2 stairwells that go down behind the altar. They go deeper into the earth. One looks like it is collapsed. The other looks like it's fine.
Any moonlight?
There's probably some moonlight from the dome. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, more or less like a. I guess we call it dimly lit. Maybe like in D&D terms, it'd be hard to see, but you do have light and things like that, so you should be okay.
But I know we're not underground.
You are not underground. It looks like this came out into some sort of other building that maybe was built a long time ago. I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to attach it at some point, but it does have this little corridor that brought you here.
I gently nudge Zach towards the middle of the room.
Ah!
Give me a spot hidden.
Fall through the floor.
I'll let
All of
you.
us?
All of you can do it. Yeah,
All
as you approach the middle. Yeah.
Alright.
Like, why am I going first?
Everybody, give me a spot hidden.
8.
Hey, hard success, 29 under 65.
Basic success for me.
Hard success for you, John.
Yep.
Call it out.
Oh.
Actually, it does matter if you get hard or extreme or not.
Joey's got extreme.
Wow.
Wow.
I failed.
He's
Dear
just thinking
Lord.
about the Roman Empire.
2.
A 2. Wow. Over 25. Under 25. Nice. Failed for everybody else except for John.
No, I got it too.
Oh, you got 2, but not a extreme success.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right. So Annabelle, you're oblivious. Todd continues the stream, so we're gonna go live. Joey, as the music cue is playing, you can't help but notice that in the dome, there looks like there once was a long time ago some sort of painting, some sort of like a partial face that was painted into the dome. You're just looking up into the air. And you finally realize what it is, Joey. It looks like the head of a monk wearing, the monk's robes and things like that. And everybody else now notices it. Except Joey, you got the extreme success. You see the fresco, or this faint remnant of it, look at you. It turns its head and looks directly at you. Give me a sanity check.
Like one of those like iPhone
Yeah.
photos that like move.
It moves. Nobody else sees this. Nobody
Oh,
else sees
God.
this.
The price of actually being good at something.
Give me a sanity check.
Sanity check. Okey-dokey. Ah! All right.
Hell yeah.
Go! Ho ho!
What'd you get?
Wow.
I got 2.
2 over 235. Nice.
Yeah.
Extreme success. You still take
Bro,
1
2,
point
2.
of sanity.
Out of, like, what are the what? Hold on. What are the odds of that? Is that one
One out of
10,000?
1,000?
No, I think isn't it more than that?
It's 100 times 100, right?
Yes, isn't it like 1 out of 10,000?
10,000? Yeah.
Okay, great.
So you still take a sanity point from this, actually. Success is 1 sanity point.
What about extreme success?
Yeah, still 1 sanity point.
Aww.
Everybody else, give me a power check.
All right.
Joe, you're going to get another tally.
That's a hard success for me.
Another fail.
I keep failing.
Okay.
Can I use luck on this roll?
You cannot. It's not a skill.
I didn't think so. All right.
Margaret, this must be, I mean, it's nothing here. I mean, it's just a
Yeah, why is everyone screaming?
picture here. The rest of you are going to take a tally mark. Tony, you go to 5. Annabelle, you go to 3. Margaret, you're staying at 1. Okay.
I'm like, wait. Okay,
Wait, I
got
lose
it.
a sanity point?
No, you're fine. You didn't do
Okay.
it.
It
And
looked at me.
you shouted
I
out.
shout.
as you go live, it looked at me.
It looked
Todd-
at me.
Todd points, you're live.
Look at the
Annabelle.
thing.
Go.
What do you mean, Zach? What looked at you?
The painting. The painting. It looked. I swear to God, it looked at me.
You mean this painting over here? And I guess she'll like motion to Todd to film it?
I shine my flashlight at it. Yeah, and I point at it like.
Margaret, I got super chats coming in. You want to read them?
Oh boy, do I.
Here's some super chats, and I'll also send you some regular comments too. By the way, your subscriber count is currently 998,665.
All right. Let's see.
So the first one's super chats, second one was regular chats, regular comments.
Okay, let's see. Blind Fiddler, $50. You guys are beasts. Internet Explorer Forever, $5 first. Rain Man 2, $35. What's that on the ceiling? HP Hatecraft, $20. Oh, come on. Oh, come on with the seance already. I've got to be up at work in an hour. Ultimate Unum 650. The crypt awaits. Netscape Forever, $6 first.
Netscape forever.
Is anyone else old enough to get that joke? Does anyone understand that joke?
Just you and me, John.
Okay. I love that joke.
Yeah.
Chat, who's old enough to get that joke?
We got some people who
Netscape
remember.
forever. Gotta be.
Alright, let's see.
Dasha's looking it up right now.
I'm ignoring the comments that are saying for us to get out of here. Let's see. Oh, Todd, make sure you get the camera on the painting there. I guess I guess we're good here.
Yeah, we're good.
We have to have our little scavenger hunt, guys. And I'm just going to start looking for the treasure thing.
Well, this is the chapel, clearly, so it's not the...
okay, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we hear the comment about something on the ceiling? Because if I heard that, I would look up at the ceiling.
You saw the ceiling, and there's nothing there. Nothing that really sets apart anything. You didn't get the extreme like Joey did.
Oh, gotcha.
So-
Okay.
So you look and you see the vague painting behind it. You can't really make out what it is. I mean, whatever. Many years ago, somebody painted something. Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel. It's not that impressive. So
Just a ceiling.
it's just a ceiling. Jesus. Anyway, Maggie is checking out the chat as well, and she says, "We have only about 20 minutes left before midnight.
Oh, shit. All right, everyone, we gotta get down to the crypt.
There is only one stairwell that's not blocked. It's the left-hand side. Actually, no, the right-hand stairs are only partially blocked with debris. You could probably climb over it, but the left-hand stairs are clear.
How dark is it down there? Is there any light that we can see? Or
No light.
Do they both go down, or does one?
They
of them
both go down. So, like,
up?
the altar is in the middle of the chapel, and then to the left and right, behind it, they kind of curve downward into, like, archways.
Everyone has like a personal camera they have the potential to use, right? Like a head cam.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So if the other passageway we can actually squeeze through, I think it'd be good footage for us to split up for each host to be in one side and the other.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great idea, Margaret.
I'll go with Annabelle. And
I'll go with
Tony,
Annabelle.
And Maggie, you can go.
I'll go with Annabelle.
Zach.
I'll go with Annabelle. It's fine.
Maggie, you signed a waiver. You gotta listen to me. I've been letting you talk too
Alright.
much, anyways.
All right.
I need you to protect.
Okay, go on, Maggie.
She's
There's
like-
no show without Zach. You gotta protect him.
She's like, okay. She's like, we have to go slow because I can only breathe shallow breaths.
Hurry up! I push her.
I gotta ask Tony. Tony, who do you want to go with?
I want to go down the blocked.
Since Annabelle and I are, I think, healthier than Maggie right now, we'll go down the blocked one with you then.
What about
Great.
Zach? Aren't you going to protect him, Tony?
He has muscle. He's such a strong dude.
is Zach still shirtless?
Yeah.
I feel like
Oh,
Tony-
gross.
Tony's
Gross.
kind of Tony's exactly not.
Zach is shirtless and covered in like dirt and debris, and it's just mixed with like the sweat and body oil. He's just constantly covered in. It's the most vile like Zach has ever looked.
Oh my gosh, Demonic! Thank you so much for the $666.66. Thanks for the donation. We're moving on to the seance soon.
15 minutes till the seance.
Tony is just walking down the stairs, the one that he wanted to. He doesn't like to open one. Just saying, in the name of thy Father and thy Son and the Holy Ghost, amen. Most glorious Prince of heavenly armies, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in our battle against the principalities and powers, against the rulers of the world of darkness, against the wickedness in spirit high places. Come to the assistance of men whom God has created in his likeness. And I just keep walking down, saying
I'm like, okay, like Todd, go follow Zach. We'll follow Tony.
Tony goes down the clear one, right? Or no, the one with debris.
No, the blocked one. The clear one's freaking me out.
Okay.
It's too obvious.
Okay.
The Holy Church venerates you as her guardian and protector. To you, the Lord has entrusted
Annabelle
the
just has her
souls.
crystal out in front of her.
Like just a crystal holding out like
Yeah,
a
Tony,
cross.
take this. This one will protect you. She'll hand you one.
And when Tony gets to the next line in the prayer, he changes it. Pray therefore, God be peace to crush Morbus beneath our feet instead of Satan.
Stan. Oh, Satan.
Instead of Satan, yeah. It's like, is that a South Park joke?
I think Family Guy actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Couple things here. I just gotta grab something on my GM side here. but let me just get this straight. So Tony's going down the partially blocked pathway, and he's going with the 2 girls. And then Zach is going to the right with Todd and Maggie, right?
Correct.
Is that how it works?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I just can't find one thing, and it's bothering me, and I'm going to find it right now. Okay, here it is. Okay, so you go down the left side, John, and Tony, Annabelle, and Margaret. When you go down to the crypt, you can see that the debris and everything seals it off pretty well, but when you get to the bottom, it opens up into big alcoves. There are 3 large alcoves. The central one is, you can see, has dozens and dozens of crypts, all sealed with heavy stone blocks. But again, like I said, there are ones that look like as though maybe they are opened, or they didn't have coverings to begin with. And I do have some artwork of this I'll show you in a second. But yeah, I mean, this looks like the catacombs that you may have been looking for. Let's see here. Do I have a picture? No, actually, no, I lied to you. I don't have artwork of this. I apologize. It comes down into this large room, though, with these 3 alcoves. The rest of you, the other side, will be Joey and the NPCs. You come down, and on your side, you see a what looks like a statue. And Joey, this freaks you out a little bit because at first you just see the shadow of the statue. But it is, once you realize, you get close enough, it's a monk with its head bowed and face completely obscured. And you see that you're in what they would recognize as the right alcove. So basically 3 long rows, 3 little like rooms here with crypts and different bodies and things like that where they would have been stored. And you hear the voices of your friends. They come down the left side, you come down the right side. Oh, and you also see that a large iron box at the end of your alcove, the east east.
I open the box.
East alcove. It's far away from you. You'd have to go down to the end of it. If you'd like to, you can, though. It looks like it's about 30 inches long and 18 inches wide. So it's a big box.
Big box. I want to open the big box, so I go and do that.
You go up to the pad. You notice there's a padlock on it, and
I
judging
kick
by the thick layer of rust and corrosion, it hasn't been opened in centuries.
Can I try and like kick the padlock off?
Yeah, I guess so. Give me a strength check.
If there's any like heavy rock or like debris I can use to.
There definitely is. You know what? Just go ahead and do it. You crack it open with a rock.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Tony, Annabelle, and Margaret, you hear the sounds
out.
of Zach breaking something on the other side. You can't see him. There's pillars and, like I said, these kind of sectioned off areas, but you hear him, and he's cracking something open.
I want to look at the live feed of Zach.
You see what he's doing. He's breaking open a box. And, Joey, when you do, let's see. What does it say here?
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
It has the remnants and remains of sandaled feet.
How many?
2?
2. Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Is-
Are they the same?
Sandaled is better than hoofed.
Sandaled feet.
Hooved? Sorry.
You
Hooved.
search around the alcove, and eventually the 2 of you come back together, and you see the back part of the central alcove is marked with some curious writing that doesn't look like it's Italian or Greek, or in fact, it bears more of a resemblance to Hebrew, but it's clearly not that either.
Aramaic?
Doesn't seem to know. You don't seem to know. But I will show you the artwork now. Let me jump to that now.
Yes. I like how Zach is terrified of everything, and then he immediately breaks open a box he sees.
That's Zach's ADHD.
You see
And
these types
Joey's
of things.
ADHD.
Oh, God.
All right, this looks like a charming place to be at.
The chat's going wild right now. There's people super chatting, things like that. In fact, I have some for you to read. Would you like to read some, Estelle?
Sure.
Or should I say Margaret?
Margaret, yes. What we got? Also, Tony, it looks like someone is recommending Psalm 91, the Valley of Death.
Yea, I walk through the valley, the shadow of death. I fear no evil, for art thou with me, thy rod, thy staff comfort me. Thou preparest a table for me in the presence of thine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Is that the one?
There you go.
I didn't pay attention in Sunday school. I can't help you with that.
Actually, I don't have this for you, Margaret. The chats are coming so fast. The viewers are going nuts. You have to put this on slow mode.
I'll prioritize the
Yeah.
ones with the highest donations.
Yeah, and they're coming in. Super chats for tonight's total are at $20,100.
Damn.
Yep.
We could go higher.
You are close to 1 million right now. You're there. Everyone's chanting for the spirit board reading. Here's to do it. Do it here.
Let's do it.
I mean, we found the box, right? Is this what I assume Nunzio was talking about?
This could be Jesus' sandals. Who knows?
Yeah,
You
that
never
works. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take the box with us.
All right. Dasha, I believe Annabelle has the Ouija board, right?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Oh, by the way, everybody gains 1 tally mark.
Oh, God. On top of the one I just took?
Yep, so you're at 6, Annabelle's at 4, Margaret's at 2, Zach is at 5.
This is great.
Go ahead. It's to you, Annabelle.
Is there a flat surface where I could put it down and kneel, perhaps?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Put on top
Definitely.
of the box.
Yeah,
Okay.
put it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I'll put it on top of the box and maybe I'll ask, I would do this alone, but I think it would be the spirit would be stronger if someone helps me.
Oh,
Um
Annabelle.
Yeah.
This crypt, with the writing that you just read, that was on
Yeah.
the wall. Well, it actually makes perfect sense. There's a crypt altar.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
A crawlter. I love
Yep.
it.
And as you set up the Ouija board, Annabelle, you notice something. At the corners of the altar, there are what looks like used to be rings of iron, suggesting a more sinister use. All that remains now are the rusted stumps of those rings.
Am I live right now?
Mm-hmm. Todd's on.
Yes.
Todd's on you.
Okay.
Maggie's giving you thumbs up from behind the camera.
When she's setting up her Ouija board and then she notices what is on the corners of the altar and she'll stop for a second and she'll try to make eye contact with Tony. She doesn't want to say anything on stream necessarily because she's not sure, but she'll try to make eye contact and look back down at the corners.
Oh, this this would be the prime time to throw in an ad while everyone's all anticipating.
It's almost midnight. It's a minute to midnight.
Ah,
I will.
Is Zach there?
Mm-hmm. You're all there.
I will show her that I'm putting my
Zach-
hand to my gun. kinda-
Zach blurts out, are those cockroaches?
What? I don't think you noticed it, first off, but even if you did, they don't look like rings anymore. They're just rusted pieces of metal. So, but yes.
Annabelle is terrified on many fronts now.
Oh, so Tony recognizes what Annabelle did, and I'm gonna make eye contact and put my hand to my gun, here,
You're ready.
and then look back and just kind of walk forward to the other side, not making a scene, but letting Annabelle know Good find. I recognize you.
Okay. She'll like take a deep breath and continue, setting up the Ouija board, and she'll look at Zach and say, Zach, would you like to join with me in this reading, this seance?
Yeah. One last spectral crew can-do attitude will get us through. He says, like, defeatedly.
Maya texts come into you, Margaret. We're almost at 1 million.
Annabelle will motion for Zach to come forward, and then they can both kind of put their hands on the... What's it called? I should have...
The spirit board?
The Ouija.
The thing that moves around, the Ouija board.
No, it's
Oh.
called...
Wait, no,
I
isn't
have
that the Ouija?
It's called a
Like-
planchette.
The
Oh,
planchette.
A planchette.
Okay. So they'll both put their hands on the planchette.
Mhm.
And
The thing that you put your hands on to move around the board. You get the little... There's a little circle in it so you can tell what
Oh,
letters...
you don't move it around. The spirits do.
the spirits
me.
move it around.
The
Exactly.
spirits can use, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking Annabelle's done this before. The typical, thing they do is obviously they've got 2 people on it, so it looks less suspicious, and she'll kind of ask the spirit some questions, and then she is the one controlling where it moves, right? So she's preparing to do just that.
Yep.
Zach knows the drill, and she'll kind of do her little act of concentrating and closing her eyes, and she'll say,
Zach
Spirit-
will try and do it. We'll try and change the answers to something dirty. If he can.
and she will not let you. She'll close her eyes and she'll say, if there are any spirits here with us tonight, please let us know. And she always gives a dramatic pause, and then she'll move the planchette.
Mhm.
Planchette.
Oh,
she'll
Annabelle, are you moving it?
Plan.
She normally will move it to like say yes, sort of thing. So she'll do a dramatic pause, and after about 5-10 seconds, it'll like jerk over to the Y, and then E, S.
Ah, oh, I'm not moving it. Ah.
And her eyes will open, and she'll say, "It seems like we are in the company of some spirits tonight here, Zach. Do you feel that?"
I feel it. It's crazy. I've never seen the Ouija board interact so violently before.
It seems like this is a violent place, so perhaps that says something about why, the movements of the spirit. And she'll look over at Margaret to see like how's the audience taking this, how are they reacting?
Eating it up.
Eating it. Okay, great. And she'll continue asking questions. I think first question maybe like she typically tries to narrow it down, like, are you a man or a woman? What is your age? She'll go through.
Are you single?
Are you... she'll ask, are you a man or a woman? And after a little bit, it'll or she'll continue asking, I guess, yes, no questions. Like, are you a man? And she'll move it to yes. And then, how old are you? And it will spell out 20. She's taking inspiration, obviously, from the bullet casings and the whole thing she did earlier. So she's trying to stay on that train.
Wouldn't like why would a ghost be like, oh, I'm 20? Like, wouldn't a ghost be like, I'm like 80, like 9?
Well,
But the ghost is stuck.
An
there's the
80-year-old ghost would be a happy ghost, kind of, right? They'd probably
Yeah.
go move on. This is
No,
one that's
that's a ghost who died when they were 80. This is just a little bit.
stuff. So you continue
I
on
feel
with
like
this.
that's not a haunting kind of ghost.
Right. So you continue on with this ruse, and you start to ask the questions. What's another question you might ask? Maybe a more a personal question.
A personal question. I would ask, how did you die?
And you start to, think about what your answer may be, maybe gunshot, something, whatever it might be, some mundane.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel the planchette move out of your control.
Annabelle, I'm not.
And I like glare at Zach.
And Zach's hamming it up. He's like, oh, how do you ham it up, Joey?
What do you mean? What? Why are you looking at me that way?
No, you're hamming it up. You don't think it's all good. Yeah. Because she's the one who normally controls it.
Yeah, but I'm hamming it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you say?
I kind of speak out of the corner. I'm kind of facing sort of diagonally from the camera, so they can't see like my whole face. But I'm like, Zach, stop.
What do you mean stop? Like stop reacting?
We need to let the spirit move.
I'm not moving.
Planchette.
The planchette lands on one letter, H. Then it moves again, quickly, to the
Annabelle.
A. Are
Annabelle.
your hands still on it?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
S. Then to T. Then quicker now to A. And now
Annabelle,
it's
slow down.
pretty obvious neither of you are controlling this. L-Y-K. And as soon as it finishes, you hear and feel a massive convulsion in the ground that cracks the altar. The Ouija board falls to the ground.
No.
The chat is going wild right now, and you hear
Annabelle screams.
you scream. Sure. Maya texts you. You just got a PayPal donation, actually, before the text. You got a PayPal donation, not a super chat. So this goes to like your email or whatever. $5,000. Oh no, sorry. This is Maya. Maya texts you that you got a PayPal donation from Ultima Unum for $5,000. It's confirmed. This is amazing, babes. And then another one. We just hit 1 million subscribers. We have officially gone viral.
Why?
Oh, we did it! Like for a moment, all the horror, all the madness, all the scariness just leaves back, and I was like, we got through it!
Uh,
I jump up in excitement, and I try to hug everybody around me.
Annabelle's still screaming, like backing away from this thing.
There's an earthquake happening right now.
And then I remember where I am.
out of the underground. We gotta get out from underground. Tony, can you grab the box and we'll run up? We need that to get out of here.
Yeah,
You-
I pick up the box.
You
All right, let's
hastily
go.
you hastily grab your things, but it's too late. As soon as you realize what's going on, you can hear cracks that cause the stairs up to the chapel to collapse in on itself. You are stuck here. Everybody give me dex checks. Dex checks.
No, oh no!
Annabelle is hyperventilating right now.
Oh my god, that's such a bad roll.
Wow.
I
I'm
got
gonna-
99.
Wow. Ooh,
Am
I got
dead?
success.
Success.
All right. If you got a success, you avoid falling to the ground. Did anybody fail?
I failed.
You failed. Okay, not a terrible deal here, Margaret, but you fall to the ground and you're going to take some damage.
Okay.
You're going to take, this is a D3, so 3 points of damage, hit points,
Oh. Okay.
What are you at, hit point wise?
I'm at 5 out of 8.
5
yeah.
out of 8, okay. Everybody else needs to give me a luck roll as well, so everybody luck rolls.
Those who succeeded.
I
no,
failed as well.
Additionally, you gave me a dex check, everybody give me a luck roll as well.
Tony
Oh,
also
do I
failed.
take damage?
I failed the luck roll.
You failed too, Tony?
Yeah, do I take any damage from that fail?
So from the first check, the dex check you failed,
Correct.
you take 3 points of damage as well as the earthquake knocks you to the ground. You might hit your head on the wall or something. The fall damage essentially is what happens here.
Yep.
Next, we're taking a luck roll to see if you get falling debris. Did anybody get hit with the fallen debris?
I got hit.
I succeeded.
I got hit.
Success.
Okay. Tony, you take 2 points of damage. Joe, you take 3.
Ooh.
You failed, right, Joey?
Yeah, I failed my luck.
Yeah. And Estelle, did you fail or no?
No, I succeeded with
You
luck.
succeeded. Okay, so that's the damage you take from the cave-in. It shouldn't take you long to discover that the shaking opened a passage in the rear of the alcove, which is where you were doing the Ouija board. Seems to be the only method of egress.
It's good use of the word egress.
Thank you. When you
Who
look,
noticed it?
you all notice it. It's obvious. The tunnel is only about 2.5 feet wide, and it immediately descends downward in a steep, sloping fashion.
Oh no.
The
well,
passage
I think
also
we found the crypts.
the passage also turns slightly back and forth, so it's impossible to tell how far it goes.
God.
You know what? Screw all these people. I'm gonna live. I got the little stupid flashlight camera thing on my head. I'll go first.
John,
I'm so done with this.
Tony is getting a potential sight reading here. Do you want to open yourself up?
I mean, I've been afraid to do it all day, but if I'm getting the spidey sense, let's do it.
Now's the time.
As
Yeah,
you
before-
as you recover from your like hit on the head from the debris, you look up and I imagine it's like a like a Saving Private Ryan where like you got your head rung and like everything is in slow motion and
Yep.
people are screaming and you only hear it in muffled cries.
The dog whistle sound like.
Yes, exactly. That pang in the background. You get flashes of images from a previous time. Sacrifice after sacrifice. Metal against stone. Blood flowing from the very walls. Screaming and begging fills the air. And above all, chanting. Deep, guttural chanting that seems to be calling something forth from some... And then you wake back up. You're here with everybody. I'm going to give you another tally mark.
Yeah. This
Okay,
is
surprisingly, that
this-
doesn't give sanity loss, but whatever.
Yeah, up to 7 now. This is the place. This is where it happened. They tried. They didn't succeed. He's coming. Morbus is coming.
Tony,
We
I don't think you understand. We are stuck here. I don't care about Morbus. We can't get out.
I don't think you understand. This might be the safest place in the whole world in a couple of days.
We're not gonna last a couple of days down here.
All right, we'll try to get out.
Wait, what do you mean the safest place in the world? This is like the worst place to be right now.
I got to roll checks for Maggie and our friend over here.
All right, let's go into the crypts. You're right. We gotta
find an exit.
we gotta get away from here. But
Okay, so
no
Todd,
more no
Hold
more
on, just gotta-
wandering, people. Stay close.
Maggie takes another hit point of damage, so she's hurt bad. Her ribs hurt. She's still alive. She only took 1 there. Todd is Todd failed his luck roll, so he's going to take a falling debris.
My
4.
dragon.
Todd
Oh
takes
yeah, he's
4.
on heroin right now.
Yeah, he doesn't like react too well, but like he's still he's got a big lump on his head.
Okay,
He's got that drug addict strength right
okay,
now.
who looks most injured right now? Is like everything still shaking, or is it?
No, everything is settled.
Okay, who looks most injured right now? Is it Maggie?
Todd has 9 out of 13 hit points. What about you all?
I have
I'm
5.
at full.
8 out of 13.
Okay, so then honestly, Maggie looks the most injured.
Are we still live?
You check.
Yeah, I'll check. Yeah.
It looks as though the stream ended.
I
I
pull
would-
out my phone and try to text Hunter immediately, like, babe, you have to help us. Please, we just got stuck down here. I don't know if you're watching the stream, but there was an earthquake and we're stuck. Please send help.
Yeah, I'm
and
texting.
she'll send
yeah.
that.
I'll text Maya. Just be like, we need to evacuate here ASAP. Maybe just involve the cops. We can't. This is bad.
I try and text my mom.
All of you try to text, and you could text your mom as well, but they're not sending out. You have no signal, and you look and see the last thing from Maya. The last text message was that you've gone viral. We have officially gone viral, and you can't send any. It's not sending. Message not received. You look at the stream.
Get that.
What?
I just get the viral thing. That has That has two meanings.
It has two meanings in this game. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the second one?
And
I'll tell
lo
you-
did blessed Hostovlik, bringer of fever, fly
Viral.
emperor grand corruption,
Morbus is like
savior
the
of
plague.
the remains.
He's like Nurgle,
weakness.
Joey. He's
Yeah.
Papa Nurgle.
No, I got that. Like, but like, what is?
Viral, like
virus.
an infection.
Yeah.
No, I understand that.
Like viral online is the other one.
I don't know. I was trying to make a joke.
Are
Oh.
you being Zach?
I can't. Yeah.
He
I
is.
thought we were
Zach.
talking to Joey. Zach,
I thought we were talking
go.
to Joey.
We want Joey.
So the stream drops, and Margaret, you look at your iPads and your rig, and all of them are down. You're getting an error response. Error 401. I don't know if that's a real error response, but it's what it says here. Yeah, I mean, it looks like your technology still works, but like you have no connection to the internet. Your internet, it was severed.
Turn my phone light on.
Sure.
And I turn my flashlight off.
Okay, I don't need any more deaths. I guess I'll try to treat Maggie. Can I like do like a first aid thing on her or something? Keep her from dying.
Sure. First aid.
Yeah.
Do you have a first aid kit?
I have the skill, so I would assume I would carry something on me. Considering I work with Zach and he
It might
runs
be
off a
OSHA
lot.
regulations. You have to have a kit with you.
There's no OSHA in Italy. Just the ocean.
Is it called first aid? What is it called?
The skill itself is first aid, yeah.
First aid. All right, so first aid. Let's see here. When treating a dying character, no, first
Okay.
aid. Two people can work together to administer first aid with the success granted if either of them rolls a success.
Did we lose Bob?
No, I'm here. I'm just
No,
reading.
he's looking it up.
I don't remember how it heals him. Oh, grants 1 hit point.
One.
It's and it can only be attempted once per hour.
Like
So-
the first aid skill, or is on the person once per hour?
Yeah, on the person. Yep, you can only attempt to heal them once per hour using using first aid, and it gives
Okay.
them 1 hit point back with a success.
All right.
It's not
I
like
wanna
D&D.
try-
you know?
Yeah.
It's not like D&D
Well,
where you can get like 2d4 plus 2 with a potion, and
Yeah. I mean, we don't have that many hit points anyway.
fair enough.
I want to try doing first aid on everybody down here. If I don't know if we have the time, we're stuck underground.
You are.
I'll help. I'll
And-
help with that too if I can, because I'm not injured at all. I'm just like
Oh yeah, you're doing great. You can help heal
Panicking.
me.
Sure. We'll say that the first aid kit has enough bandages and ointments and antiseptic and whatever to use on each person once.
Oh, so there's.
I'm
a
also
set
putting
amount.
like
Okay.
peppermint oil on everyone.
That actually harms you. So
It gets into the like scrapes and scars.
There's some burning.
You know what? You know what? If I only have a set amount, I'm just gonna use it on myself and on Tony.
okay, go for it.
All right. I'll roll for myself first. And is Annabelle helping me? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Roll first aid as well, Annabelle.
Through her, she's having a panic
Extreme.
attack.
I got extreme for healing myself.
You heal yourself a point.
Nice.
You
Okay.
also check that off because it could increase.
Oh shit, you're right.
Right?
Do I
We
still
have
need to
our-
roll if she had an extreme success?
You don't. No.
Yeah,
no.
okay.
Okay, I want to go now for Tony.
But you
And
can help
I'll-
with Tony.
I'll
All
roll
right,
for Tony.
Come here. Yeah. And I roll again? Or
Both of you roll. Yeah. Mhm.
okay. Oh shit.
You both fail.
Oh. man.
I'll use some luck. I'll use
Really?
some luck. Yeah, it was 7.
Oh yeah, what'd you fail with, Estelle?
I got a 76 out of the
96.
70 that I need. 96. I mean, yeah.
96 over 70, and Dasha, you got a 37 over 30?
37 over 30, yeah. So if I can use just the 7.
Sure. Push it, yeah, or you
Yeah.
don't want to push the roll, you want to use luck.
Use luck to help Tony, yeah.
Tony, you gain a hit point back.
Yay.
Maggie's like, don't worry, everybody.
I'm
She
not.
coughs up blood. I'm good.
At this point, actually, Annabelle will, like, crawl over to Maggie, because, like, annoying or no, she looks like she's actually hurt.
She's hurt.
Can I try to help her as well in some way?
You can do a first aid check on her, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll help out with her too then. 'Cause I need Annabelle on my side.
Oh, I fumbled it. I made it worse.
Yikes.
Oh,
I said I was
no.
gonna help her. I said I was gonna help her. Can I roll?
Yeah, you can roll, yeah.
Okay, that's a success by me.
She just starts bleeding more.
Annabelle was ready to, like, amputate.
Perform open heart surgery.
She's like, I can't breathe. All right, let's cut off your foot.
She has a head injury. The only option is to amputate it.
Amputate. Though I will say, while you're maybe distracted because as she, lifts her shirt to show you her bruised ribs or whatever, you maybe get a little distracted, and Margaret ends up being the one that actually tends to the wounds while you just chat with her, basically. She's like lying on the ground. She's having a hard time breathing. She's like, if I had to go, I guess I would have wanted it to be here with you.
Maggie, you are not going to go because that's going to be a lawsuit for us, and you're going to be just fine. Look, Margaret is going to help you, and Maggie and like Annabelle is also struggling to like breathe because she's like panicking, but she's like, hey, just deep breaths with me, okay? Like it'll be fine. Just don't die, please, right now, because I don't need another lawsuit.
She like coughs up some blood, and she says, "No, I think we're going to be fine. You're right. We just got to keep pressing on because that's what the spectral crew does."
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Pushes through.
She says, "Do you think just once you could give me a peck on the cheek?"
Annabelle like sighs.
Like she's dying. Like, you come on.
Annabelle will lean down and give her a peck, the quickest little peck on the cheek.
She's like,
What the fuck?
"I'll never wash my face again."
No,
Please do wash your face, Maggie. That's
She's covered
disgusting.
in blood and like soot and all this like nasty, sweaty film that's covered all of you.
Yep.
The door is open. Todd motions to you, Margaret. He's looking at your contraption, your rig. He waves his finger. No way, essentially saying there's no way it's going to fit down that hallway.
This shit's expensive.
He shrugs his shoulders. He'll put down his camera. It's big and bulky, and he covers like maybe a handkerchief that he's holding to his head because he got some debris to it. You can see the blood soaking the handkerchief, and he'll like put the handkerchief on and then put his hat on top of it, keeping it in place.
Fine. We can try to excavate it later, I guess.
So
All
where
right,
to?
everybody.
Down the steep, dark hallway?
Well,
Right.
it's the best place we can be at this point. I mean, we got to go to the chapel, and we got to go to the crypt. And I look at this box I'm holding, and I say, "We got to get out of this place." And as I start walking, I say, "Christ, God's word made flesh, commands you. He who saves our race, outdone thy enemy, humbled thyself unto death, built his church on a firm rock." And I walk down.
Is any of your characters claustrophobic? Like, do you have that on your character sheet? That's something you put
Let
as
me
your
take a
quirks,
look. I
or
don't think I did.
No.
because you do
think so
have
either.
some things like that. I don't know if
Double
anybody
check.
took phobias.
I don't think we did.
I didn't really have a specific phobia. It was just more if things aren't in her control, I guess. But
Mine's very specific, but not applicable. Visions of the dead children I couldn't save.
Mm.
oh boy.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I've also run out of alcohol, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think you have.
Oh, I thought I did in last session.
Oh, maybe you did. Yeah, you gave some to. Who'd you give it to?
Maggie?
Todd? Maggie? Yeah, Maggie, right. Yeah, true. Okay. So you start heading down into the what appears to be more catacombs. The tunnels feel like a maze cutting through the living rock of the island. You pass countless niches piled with bones and skulls, like the ones I showed you before. But there's more. Hundreds of them as you've gone through these windy tunnels. Every so often the tunnel opens up a bit, but around the next corner it tightens up again. The occasional side passage goes left or right, or maybe you're on a branch passage now. It's so difficult to tell. As you pass through, you see that some of these catacombs, these shelvings, these niches, they actually have what look like trinkets, shiny trinkets, worn on their arms or necks, things like that. Things that could be worth quite a bit of money.
Totally not concerned. Keep walking.
I'm concerned. I start shoveling as much of it as I can in my pockets.
Yeah, you turn to look towards there and you shine a light inside the recesses. You can see there are, rotten bodies here, these corpses that are wearing these shiny trinkets. You can grab out. What do you grab, Joey?
Yeah, anything that's like pocket sized, and I just like fit in my hands.
What do you want? You can name it.
I can name it.
Yeah.
I can like coins, necklaces, jewels, rings.
You find the heart of the ocean. You grab it off of one of the dead women in the crypt here. And when you do, Joey, a rotting hand reaches back out at you, grabbing your forearm.
Just like scream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I scream and I like try and get my away.
I just turned to Zach with the biggest glare, like, oh my god, Zach, just shut the fuck up.
You look back and you see the corpse that's in the niche, this shelf built into the wall that is, remember, this hallway is 2.5 feet wide. So they're right at you, basically, is moving and attempting to get out of its niche, grabbing at Zach.
Tony, get it!
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into initiative. All right? You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Big combat here.
Yep.
So, the creature reaches out, grabs you. You retract your arm back, and you can see it's continuing to move, and looks like it's rolling, reaching out towards you. The initiative works differently in this game. It's based on your dexterity. So Todd is the first to react, unless any of you were surprised. He's got a 75.
Yeah, I have 70. He wins.
Tony and Zach both have 70. Annabelle and Margaret both have 50. I would say in this case, Zach, you probably have the ability to react over Tony because you were the first one to be involved. But technically, Zach is going to go first here. Or sorry, Todd is going to go first here. All right. So Todd doesn't have much of a brawl skill, but he'll do his best to take his fist and try to punch the thing in the face. So he'll do that. So brawl is unarmed. Here we go. Oh my god, what am I doing here? He actually has a switchblade knife. So he'll be using a switchblade knife, which actually does a d4 damage. So I'm just going to roll this and... oh good, it's same success. The zombie, the creature, has a different brawl check, so I'll roll this one next.
Dasha, you're making me yawn.
Why? What'd she
Sorry.
do?
I'm just yelling.
It spreads. It's viral.
You're on West Coast. What time is it?
It's not even that late, but I get up early.
I'm sure.
5:45 early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I, and then it's 11 o'clock.
Stop.
You're a stronger person than I am.
So the creature actually gets a. Oh God. So Todd got a hard success, which is very good.
Killed.
However, the creature also got a hard success and is trying to fight back. So the way this works is the highest level of success wins, and a draw goes to the initiator. If both fail, no damage is inflicted. So Todd wins, and he does 4 damage to the creature with his fist. He punches it, and you can see like his hand now covered in like the gooey substance of its rotten flesh. The creature is still alive. We go to Tony, Zach. You're next, and then Tony.
The first thing I do is scream. This is like ah. And then I want to I'm looking at my equipment. I guess I take what I think would be like the heaviest object on me, which I guess would be my camera.
Sure.
And I want to bash it at the zombies.
Sure. We'll use brawl for this. That's kind of what it's meant for. It can be using like a small improvised weapon or fist. That's the same thing.
All right. Fail. Oh.
You failed.
60 over 40.
Fair enough. This thing, if I'm not mistaken, it cannot fight back more than once, I believe. So I'm not going to fight back with it right now because it attempted to fight back before. And I don't want to mess that up. But either way, it's a fail. You're going to do no damage to it as, you smack into... It's tight quarters here. I mean, you wanted to raise your hand back, and you hit into the alcove behind you and the wall behind you, and you just don't get a good swing on it. We go to Tony. You're next.
Yeah, I'm going to take out my gun and shoot it. If it looks like a zombie and not a skeleton, then I'm going to shoot it.
Do you want to like walk up to it and shoot it like point blank, or?
It's a tight order here, Tony. You're in the front, right?
I'm not super far away from where we are.
No, you're probably
right?
within 10 feet of it, yeah.
Good, because my range is only 30.
And point blank is what, a fifth?
Actually, let me double check. I think it's 15 yards. 15 yards is
It's
my
a
range.
fifth of the shooter's dexterity and feet.
Okay. So, yeah, with my 70 dexterity,
Yeah, a fifth of 70 is
I'm definitely right there.
15? 18? Yeah, within that range, though, yes. Mm-hmm.
Boom.
15, right? 15 times 5? Yeah. Ooh, nice. So I'm going to say this thing, it says here when you attack a creature that has, if you're attacking something and it's that close, I don't think it can react, because normally it can like dive for cover or something like that, but I think you're within its point blank range, so it can only... The target may not fight back against or dodge a firearm attack as they can a fighting attack. So there you go. So it could dive for cover, but I don't think this thing is smart enough or would know that. So go ahead.
Yeah, it's
What's the
12 damage.
Yeah, you blow the head off this thing and it slumps to the floor.
Nice.
You see the...
Shaun of the Dead style.
Oh, hell yeah. And that means Joey's covered in its guts. Zach
Even
is
better.
covered filth with the rotten flesh. Everybody give me a sanity check.
Oh, God.
Oh no!
All right,
I got 100.
Oh, fumble.
Oh god.
I've encountered something that I don't have a logical explanation for.
Yeah. That's a fumble right there.
Oh.
That's very
Holy crap.
Ooh.
true. I also failed. Yay, by a lot.
So here's what's going to happen. Failures.
succeeded.
Joey first. 1 point of sanity.
Okay.
John. Tony takes 3
Oh,
points of
yeah.
sanity.
Oh, yeah.
And Estelle. She takes 3 as well. Margaret takes 3.
Okay.
I've taken a total of 14 points of sanity loss now.
Yeah, I think that might trigger another bout of madness for you. Because is that a fifth of your sanity for the day? You'll do the math. Find out for me. And then while we're at it here, you hear noises. It looks like you look back behind you, the path behind you. It looks like more of these creatures are waking up from their slumber.
Go,
Can we run? Yeah, Annabelle starts sprinting.
Yeah, you continue to book it. And as you rock by, more of these things are starting to reach out, grab at you. You're running fast now, and every one that grabs onto you like breaks fingers off and arms lodge out of their sockets. And you run for what seems like 10 minutes or so, making twists and turns. At this point, you have no idea where you're going. You're just hoping that eventually you'll get out of this maze, this labyrinth that you're in. And eventually, you find yourself in some sort of a temple. The catacombs open up, and unlike the other chambers you've encountered, this one has a smooth stone stairs that ascend into a much larger room. It appears to be some sort of temple from the Roman era based on the architecture. High vaulted ceilings overhead are supported by broad pillars carved with worn carvings that depict terrifying images of skeletal bodies being dumped into pits, gigantic worms swallowing men whole, and standing above groups of robed men engaged in zealous worship of a tall, narrow shape that the eye cannot define. It extends left and right for 80 feet. The far wall, about 50 feet in front of you. There's an archway directly ahead, and you can see a shaft of dusty moonlight in the chamber beyond. It's at this point we've entered the Temple of Morbus. And we will see you next week for the epic conclusion of Viral. We are so close. We're right there, everybody. We are there. And I'm so glad you're here with us. If you watch on YouTube tonight, what a chat. What a game. The live stream is off. Zach is predicted to be the first one to die. I just ended the poll. Forgot about that. What a game. We really appreciate all the support from the super chats to the memberships. I mean, really, can't thank you enough. More to come, and this is going to be an epic finale for this crazy game that we've been playing.
Yeah.
We'll see you all on the tabletop. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night.